Wow. This is a one hell of a Monday. Crazy price action. Crazy. What these are the days like that make you like attempted to trade these Mondays, right? But I thank God I didn't take this trade, right? Everything was there, but I promised myself I don't trade Monday, right? And most especially the way we closed up last week, I don't trade Monday. So you can see like we almost had everything. Not just almost, we had everything, right? Just see the gaps. That's crazy gaps. PSP time, SMT, CIC. Wow, wow. But anyway, so that's not the stuff we are talking about today. So I have been like asked, right? Because to most of the people, like we we know that mainly it will take about 2 years minimum, right? Because that's what I was also told, right? Takes it will take about 2 years to like to be profitable something, and and even one guy told me like if I don't have a mentor, right, a direct mentor, just like learning off YouTube, it will take me more, right? So, but I would like us to talk about like things we should look for to accelerate that, right? I think we can do better than that. Basically, I do believe that, and I think if you take the right path, right, you choose like directly choose what you will be learning, not trying to look into this, look into that, look into this, look into that. I think we can do a little more. We can do more than that, right? I do believe that. So, what do I mean? It's like if you specifically come like for these studies with a specific, what should I like? I won't say mindset, because as we are like starting, as we start to get into trading, we don't have a specific model. We know nothing. We know what, so we'll be bombarded with a lot of information. But if you could give yourself 1 month maximum, 1 month, just to look for what, just to look for what resonates with you, right? To look for what resonates with your like your whole stuff, because I do believe trading is also it's also about the personality, right? So if you can choose the right stuff for your personality, it can be ICT, it can be SMC, it can be like trend lines. I don't believe in harmonics. I think they are crazy. I don't totally believe in them. I want something very simple, right? There's no way I would take harmonics simple with a lot of those like those patterns stuff. I don't care. But also you have to watch out for the socials, right? You also have to watch out for the socials. Starting up like you, I saw a lot of like someone would say this don't work, this doesn't work, that doesn't work, and I also don't want to be the same person like telling what works, what doesn't. I do believe that everything works, but the difference is like the journey, right? How quick can you get to profitability? I think that's the difference. And when you think about ICT, it's more of a the best thing about ICT, it's about the confidence behind your trades, right? There's that extra confidence within ICT. We most everyone reaches like that level of like what reaches that level of confidence. But for ICT, it is pretty quick, right? Because for every move, like there's a reason, and when you know the reason, like when you can interpret that move, and you see that move happen over and over and over and over and over and over, right? Then you totally like gain confidence, right? For me, what I believe, the best strategy to use, it's a strategy that give you profitability, consistency, flexibility, and it should be available. It should be like, you should be able to have that. You should be able to have the model within, like, okay, you understand all that stuff, right? But when you come into the socials, I think it's a war of which work, which doesn't work, what doesn't work, what work, and I don't think that should be the whole idea, right? Don't think that should be the whole idea. As we go to school, as we go to school, some you find it like, you find like, wow, it's like a diversity, right? So you can't expect one school student like to be the same as the another student, but you can expect, if they are like two different, totally different students can have the same, right, same results with totally doing different stuff, right? But there's also, right, the time consumption stuff, right? How long does it take for a single for one of the student to complete another student, to complete, like, to compete with the another student, right? And for me, I basically care about time. Started trading February, right? 2020 2024, right? Started trading February 2024, and into this whole journey, I would say the whole February, because I remember I think it was the first week of February, right? I think it was the first week. But I would say the whole first month, right? The whole first month was about like looking in upon what will I be taking. Because coming to trading, most of the people I saw, like, those like encouraged me to come into trading, we are trading like harmonics, right? After coming to trading for the whole by by March, I knew I'll be trading ICT, right? And that has been all, right? Went into the core content 2016. I didn't go for like 2022. I didn't go for that because I remember by the time I what I finished up my 2016 core content. That's when I happened to meet like an Indian friend who like directed me to query theory, right? And it has been like a great journey, great journey. It's crazy because I thought it would be like maybe this year. My whole plan was about like to be able to interpret the whole market by this year, right? By this year December. And upon reaching August, it was like more than just what I expected. But it's not about just choosing what you'll be learning, right? It's also about like journaling your stuff, right? Journaling, right? And the other way, like, people think about journaling, it's like people think the only time you should be journaling it's when you take a trade. No, 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 right? Not just when you are trading that you I totally believe you shouldn't be taking any single trade, even on a demo, for the first 4 months, right? Leave alone the month of you picking what you'll be studying, right? Leave alone that. I don't believe you should be like doing anything as close as to trading. And the mental stuff, psychology stuff, the mental stuff, it's about you not having a plan, The only thing I consider as like a real psychology stuff in trading, it's fear of taking trades. That's it. The other stuff, gambling, you know you are gambling, right? You know you are taking a lot of trades. You know, like you jump in like before you. That's nonsense. I don't believe that's nonsense. Totally nonsense. The only stuff I consider it is fear, right? Fear. That one do consider that. So it's about if you can like you can pick if you can pick a single strategy, right? And act upon that strategy, learn everything centered upon that strategy. Because like even me right now, even on my YouTube, it's rare they almost always anytime I look into trading it is almost always they bring up ICT or quarter theory, right? And I do believe that quarter theory is also a part of ICT. Cause what? Cause I centered myself upon ICT. That is the simple thing I am learning. And within ICT, there's also like a simple stuff I'm just using. That's highs and lows, fair value gaps. Simple, right? But what people want to like, I don't know why when we start to like to learning about trading, we think that more is much, which I totally don't believe right now. I believe like less is much, right? The less you have, the master you are, right? It is not like Chinese stuff that you will be learning every single style like that. Wushu, what? No, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. It is different. You have to learn to be simple, right? So simplicity, right? Journaling, simplicity, and flexibility, right? Forcing stuff. When you get to a point of like having a strategy, a plan, when you have a plan and start, you shouldn't be forcing the market to play as you planned. You should be like looking at how price moves. Remember, we don't predict. We can't predict because if I say we don't predict, someone will say like, why are you putting out like weekly outlooks, right? It is just I can predict a bullish weekly candle, right? But by Wednesday, I can confirm either I was right or wrong. And if I was wrong, I can shift. That's flexibility. Not that if I say I am bullish for the whole week, that I will have any kind of idea that I won't be taking like by Wednesday. I am sure it's either like a bullish candle is confirmed or like or I am at the wrong side of the market. And that's the whole idea to be flexible. But people tend to take everything harder upon themselves, right? No one is ever right. And after that, it is risk management. Risk for me, risk management, I take them and RR, I take them as a single stuff, right? Risk management and stuff. I do believe they move hand in hand, right? Bro, like the best thing you will ever do to yourself will be upon like fixing your risk management. It is the main stuff around risk management. It is the real deal, right? You can have a lot of shit, but risk management, it is the real deal. So, risk management, even with like a 50%, which I believe if you have a strategy and I totally believe if you just learn, if you, I don't think anyone would do such a stuff, but I believe if you would like it will be possible. If you just learn are how like to professionally get into entries, right? In some way, like you stop, like you avoid like stop being stopped out, then the market goes into your way, right? If you would just learn that single stuff, and it's either you it is either wrong or right, with it like with a 1 to 2, right? It's great already. But look at this. it's it is a 1 to 3. Let me show you like something. Let me show you something. So this is the after this candle, right? After this candle, and don't think I took this trade. After this candle, this will be my entry, right? The next candle, right? And let me say, I am looking for 1 to 3. No, 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. Yeah, take it as a 1 to 3. Okay, so these are the highs. All right, these are the targets. No, this one, right? We have this fair value gap, right? We have this fair value gap, which will be like our target, right? But remember, when we are using SMT, you see this low right here, this low, this is my stop loss, right? It is pretty small. I won't be using that one, but this is my stop loss. This is my invalidation point, right? This is my stop loss, but this is my invalidation point, right? If price weeks out this, I will start to reconsider everything, right? So what this helps me is I enter the trade quick, pretty early. Most of the people will be taking the trade. I see traders like taking trades at this after taking out these highs, entering here, stop loss below this, what and what. But you see, like their stop loss is my entry. Where they place their stop loss is my entry, which give me a lot of like it's basically saves me a lot of like psychology breakdown and stuff, right? And that should also like, but in the story, I will be making up a story where we talk about all this stuff, right? So I think that's what I wanted us to talk about, right? Dictate your journey, right? It's upon you. You decide how fast you will be like going into the stuff. It's upon you, right? That And when I say like dictate, I don't mean for you to be like hard upon yourself. No, don't be hard upon yourself, right? But thing can be like pretty quick. You don't need a full year when you have the right stuff. You don't need. I don't totally believe you need a full year. I think even 8 months is enough, right? So I think that's it. We'll be talking later. I think this week. I will see how price plays out. So I think this week we might even have like a midweek video, right? We'll see. See you guys.